My. Here he go again. I mean, that go Paul Pierce again. Better known as the truth. Yeah, he was the truth on the court. But Paul Pierce always been one of them guys that speaks the truth. That's why I always respected Paul Pierce, you know. He didn't bite his tongue. He didn't back down to anyone. And he didn't care who you were. When you stepped on that court, you had to see him. And if you wasn't going to bring your A game, he would give you the business. Then talk to you while he giving you the business. One of the most clutch small forwards in NBA history. I could make an argument. He one of the most clutch players in NBA history. Growing up watching basketball, it always seemed like when the Celtics was on TV, man, and the game was close, Paul Pierce always came through. You know, he just was built like that. Some players have it, that clutch gene. Some players don't. He had it. And he was an alpha dog at the same time. You know, he played a lot of years with the Celtics with no help. Immediately after he got help, he won a championship. Would have won two, but the great Kobe Bryant wasn't having that. But one thing I do tell you, I can say is this. When Kobe Bryant beat the Celtics, I don't think Kobe and them was supposed to win that game. You know, I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan. I was rooting for Kobe to win that. But check this out. In my heart, I know that the only reason why Kobe won that championship was because Kendrick Perkins hurt his leg. They had no paint presence, no restriction at the rim. No one could alter shots with Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett and Kendrick Perkins together was unstoppable in that paint. You know, they were one of the best defensive front courts in recent history, in my opinion. You know, and that last game 7, Paul Gasol and Kobe Bryant, I'll never forget it. They shot 6 for 22, if I'm not mistaken. 6 for 22 combined. And Kobe Bryant found a way to win that game, man. The Celtics was holding that team to 97 points, while the Celtics were averaging 102. The way I'm trying to get with this, I know y'all thinking, right? This is where I'm going with it. Paul Pierce was recently on a Latard show that comes on ESPN, you know. Y'all know what show I'm talking about. Do your research. You feel me? And he said that the '08 Celtics would have broke the current Celtics mentally. You know Paul Pierce, a competitor. He wasn't just talking about mentally. He was talking about all around the board. He felt that team was better than the current Celtics team. You know, in my opinion, there's some truth to that. Because when you look at both of the teams, some people will be like, the current Celtics will wash them old boys. Pump your brakes. Stop being fanboys. Do your research. It wouldn't have happened. And here's how. In '08, Kevin Garnett was the defensive player of the year. He was locking down everything. Who was his opponent? Porzingis? Al Horford? Huh? You know who gonna win that matchup. You feel me? You got Paul Pierce. He was giving you 22 and 5. Jaylen Brown averaged 23 and 7. Paul Pierce always been an underrated defender. Paul Pierce would have went at it with Jaylen Brown. No lie. He would have went at it with him. We all know Jason Tatum played the facilitator role. He put up 23, 7, and 7. He would have to go at it with Ray Ray. Ray Ray put up 20 and 5. Man, coming off them screens, he would have wooed Jason Tatum down. He would have wooed him down. Let's go to the point. Who they had in there? Drew running the point? He would be matched up with Rondo. Rondo was giving you 9 and 7. And you know one thing. Rondo played D. Drew wouldn't have been able to do what he wanted to do. You know, it was kind of easy for Drew because Kyrie Irving don't play defense or Luka Doncic, you know. So that's why Drew was able to put up 14 in the NBA Finals. That wouldn't have went down with Rondo guarding him. Not only that, when them boys would have went to the bench, they was bringing in Tony Allen, one of the best on-ball defenders in NBA history. Kobe Bryant came out and said, this man is stamped. His jersey's retired in Memphis. They would have threw Tony Allen on one of them boys out the gate. You telling me Tony Allen wouldn't have at least slowed them down? Better do your research, people. They also had Sam Cassell. Y'all forget about Sam Cassell. He was clutch, folks. James Posey, a good defender, small forward. They could have rotated him on Jaylen Brown. Nice size. You telling me he wouldn't have slowed him down? The Dallas Mavericks ain't had no one to slow him down. This team was built on defense. This was when Doc Rivers knew how to coach. You feel me? I'm rolling with the 08 Celtics with this one, man. You know, when you look at the stats, both teams average 102 points in the NBA Finals. The current Celtics average 41 rebounds, while the 08 Celtics average 42. Current Celtics average 24 assists, while the 08 average 23. Current Celtics average 6 steals, while the 08 average 9 steals. Current Celtics average 5 blocks, 08 average 4. Now the turnovers. Current 11 turnovers, 08 13. Current free throw line 86%. 08 78%. You know, but we all know it's a different era, man. That defense of the 08 Celtics would have shut them boys down, man. Real talk. Not only that, when you look at this team mentally, the current Celtics team mentally, Jason Tatum, you could get in his head easily. That's why he had to be the facilitator, because he didn't have it. Jaylen Brown became the alpha dog. He was going to have to go at it with Paul Pierce. And Ray Allen was going to get that boy to business, man. He would have been starstruck. You feel me? He'd have given him the business. You got Derek White. Derek White was solid for them. He would give you 12. Man, y'all forget that Celtics team still had Eddie House. Eddie House and Sam Cassell together gonna give you Derek White production easily. You know what I'm saying? The 08 Celtics won 66 games and lost 16 games. They were tough, man. They were tough. Paul Pierce was telling the truth, man. They would have broke these boys. They would have broke them. When you look at the current Celtics team, they running their offense. Who you trust to run the offense better? Man, give me these Hall of Famers, man. Real talk. They would have beat him. Jason Tatum is not a mentally strong player. Jaylen Brown, he good, but he messes up at times. Derek White and Drew Holiday are more mentally strong than your 2-star players. I'm only being honest, people. And you know Kevin Garnett Like the way that Celtics team played defense was amazing. Kevin Garnett would have been helping everything. Ain't nothing would have been easy. All them 3-pointers that they shoot, man, them boys would have took that away. The Celtics are a 3-point shooting team. You stop them from shooting them threes, they can't do nothing. The '08 Celtics team didn't play like that. They shot that 3 ball when they needed to. Pierce and Ray knocked them threes down when they needed to. They were going in the paint. They would have broke Porzingis and Al Horford. They would have broke them into pieces, man. Real talk. I watched this. I lived that, man. I'm sorry. The current Celtics wouldn't have beat them, man. I agree 1,000% with Paul Pierce, man. Real talk. And you know, I like to give the current players they do. But not on this one. They would have came up short, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think of Paul Pierce comments, man. Who you rolling with, the '08 Celtics or the current Celtics? You feel me? Because it would have been a war. But I'm taking that boy Kevin Garnett and the Truth and Ray and Rondo any day. Tony Allen.